I want you guys to think about this for 1 second. And I know this has been talked about. I know this has been an ongoing issue. WWE has an ample opportunity here, and not only at really shaking things up. WWE has an opportunity here to freshen Monday Night Raw up to the point where it wouldn't even take that much effort. It really would not take that much effort. Now, I have a story here about WWE's proposed plans for Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns going into WrestleMania 35 could be your main attraction. Could be your main event. We could get a Daniel Bryan-esque moment at WrestleMania 35 in New Jersey with Braun Strowman if WWE plays their cards right. Lesnar is not going to be Universal Champion going into WrestleMania 35. If so, that is a major, major mistake. I cannot take 2 years of Brock Lesnar being the Universal Champion. Neither can Raw, neither can the fans, neither can any of you. And I don't want to see Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar again at WrestleMania. God forbid. WWE cannot be that fucking senile. But they have an opportunity to freshen things up, and it would take little to no effort whatsoever. It only takes doing the right thing. WWE has given us Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns twice in the same month. Both with the same outcome. Roman's was beaten, battered, bruised, bloodied, and broken. A lot of B's there at WrestleMania. An outcome that we all went into WrestleMania thinking would be the opposite of what we've seen. Roman winning the title, being crowned the champion, and WWE has their new man. Didn't happen. Then WWE throws us the greatest Royal Rumble out of nowhere. Everybody, including me, was like, WWE's trying to get Roman Reigns over in a foreign land with a more positive, receptive crowd. Again, WWE seemingly trolled the fans. But this time in controversial fashion, it led to the same outcome. Brock Lesnar is still your Universal Champion. You see, but the caveat is they left you hanging with a controversial ending. WWE seemingly is not going to let this go. They're not going to just sweep it under the rug. WWE is going to play into the fact, and they have already done so with Chad Patton, claiming that he blew the call and he was more concerned with Reigns and Lesnar's well-being. Roman Reigns, more than likely, I don't know for sure, it's not confirmed, will be getting another title shot at Brock Lesnar. When that will be, I don't know. I hope it's not at SummerSlam. I don't want to see Brock Lesnar hold the title going into SummerSlam. I would rather it be on a full-timer. But that full-timer has to be booked correctly. Now, believe it or not, I don't mind if that full-timer is Roman Reigns. Only if Roman is heel. You see, one of the most subjective topics in all of WWE and all of wrestling and all of the YWC, podcasts alike, is Roman being cast in a villainous role. Will it work? Some people like Stone Cold Steve Austin say it would work. You gotta turn dark before you see the light. Every big man, every face of the WWE, every corporate guy in the WWE has been heel before he went babyface. Everybody. Everybody. WWE, if they want Roman to be a heel, they could pull it off. Will it work, some ask? The people that boo him will cheer him. The people that cheer him will boo him. You're just going to be right back where you started. Yes. Totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. But every good villain needs a good superhero. Austin had McMahon. Brett had Shawn. Right? Brett had Austin too. Some of the greatest feuds in WWE history have always had a good versus bad feel. You see, Roman is lucky to be where he is on the same brand as Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is the one guy in WWE outside of a Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's in a league of his own. Johnny Gargano is in that league with Daniel Bryan. They are the best baby faces in the world, in this industry. But Braun is big. Braun is tough. Braun is an attraction. Braun is must-see. Braun is legit. And he's gotten over because WWE has allowed Braun Strowman to be himself. He is strong. He's freakishly athletic. They've let him take the reins on the microphone, no pun intended, and just speak his mind. Get these hands. They've had him destroy half of Monday Night Raw. They've had him destroy pianos and double basses and everything else in between. They had him cave in the whole fucking Titantron backstage. WWE has gotten Braun Strowman over by every which way that they can. And Roman is lucky to have Braun Strowman sitting there on Monday Night Raw waiting for a ample moment, waiting for the right time to just blow this thing wide open. And I don't know if WWE realizes what they have right in front of them. Now picture this. If Roman does get another match against Brock Lesnar, and they feed off this controversial finish at the Greatest Royal Rumble, why does Roman deserve another shot? Outside of that controversial finish, he doesn't. He was guaranteed something. Referee blew the call. The referee blew the call, and they're giving him another shot based on this outcome. Brock Lesnar defends the title at Money in the Bank in Chicago. We need a big main event. We need a big championship match. Make Money in the Bank one of the big five this year. I suspect both championships will be defended, on top of the two ladder matches that we're going to get for the women's and men's. Brock Lesnar defends the Universal Championship against Roman Reigns in Chicago. You book it in a way where you're leading towards another controversial finish. Here we go all over again. What does Roman have to do? What can Roman do to win the title and slay the beast, sending Lesnar back to the UFC? I have three words. 3 words for you on how Roman Reigns can take the Universal Championship and change the landscape of Monday Night Raw. Authors of pain. Can you imagine there's another controversial finish waiting to happen at the last moments of that match at Money in the Bank? Referee is down. Lesnar looks to fucking feast on Reigns once again and end him. Out from the crowd wearing similar Shield garb. I mean, vests, masks, you name it. The Authors of Pain, Akam and Rezar, come into the ring. Paul Heyman, helpless on the outside. They attack Brock Lesnar with a super collider and a devastating last chapter. They hold Lesnar up, both of them collectively, side by side. Reigns delivers the spear. They leave. And we get Reigns covering Lesnar for the pin with Heyman looking on, shocked. Doesn't know what to say. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is your new Universal Champion. Roman Reigns has single-handedly shaken up Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns has a new empire and a new shield in Akam and Rezar in the Authors of Pain. And you get the Authors of Pain over just by being associated with Roman Reigns. The volcanic heat that would rise from Roman being a heel, defending the title against babyfaces like Rollins who are stepping up, pretty much challenging Roman for the title, trying to teach him a lesson. He's turned his back on his brothers. You have feuds with Rollins. You have feuds with Ambrose. You take that throughout the rest of the year. And then there is Braun Strowman. Then you got Braun Strowman, who could win the Royal Rumble. Braun Strowman could win the Royal Rumble and be placed in a feud with Roman Reigns. How is Roman going to fare against the beast known as Braun Strowman? For weeks, Roman will get the upper hand on Braun Strowman because he's got Akam and Razor. This Roman Empire is dripping with gold. Akam and Razor got the tag team championships. Roman Reigns got the Universal Championship. You want to add a female to the stable? God, by all means, please. Get a female in the group. Make it a fearsome foursome. Roman and Strowman. Roman getting the best of Strowman going into WrestleMania. Strowman against all odds. Overcomes the authors of pain and overcomes Roman Reigns at WrestleMania in a babyface crowning moment to win the Universal Championship. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. It's WWE's job to get us there and make it about the right timing. You see, Braun Strowman doesn't need the championship now. Lesnar is fine with the title now, if you look at it. If you really think about it. Who does Lesnar have to drop that title to now? Nobody. You want him to drop the title merely because he's held it too long. But is that really a bad thing? The only thing bad about it is the fact that the title's not on Monday Night Raw, which WWE should be booking the Intercontinental Championship as its main championship with Lesnar's absence. But Lesnar holding the title isn't really doing anything bad for the title. I mean, I like long title reigns as long as they're substantial. But WWE has something here that could ease a lot of people's minds when it comes to Lesnar holding the title for so long. And easing people's minds when it comes to this Roman Reigns storyline and this Roman Reigns agenda or situation. Roman turning heel can easily transcend the entire brand of Monday Night Raw. Giving Roman a stable, a Roman empire of sorts, could give us the Roman that we all want. It could give us Roman in a role that is cast perfectly for him. And everything that you hear every single week, more boos than cheers. There's 80% boos in that crowd. 20% coming from the children and the females. Many people do not want Roman Reigns. They don't want Roman Reigns in the position that he's in. But if you put Roman Reigns in the position that he's supposed to be in, then everything that you hear coming from that audience is going to make sense. Because what we see on television right now doesn't make sense. Roman being cast as a babyface superhero standing up for the locker room and then getting boos for his efforts doesn't look good on Reigns or the WWE. So why not change it? Make it right. His merchandise will not suffer. His standing on television and with the audience will not suffer. I would buy a Roman Reigns t-shirt and wear it proudly if you book the guy in the right way. Have anything I said here, or has anything I said here not made sense? Has anything I stated here today? Do you not want to see this happen? Would you be opposed to seeing what I just laid forth for you going into next year's WrestleMania? I don't think so. Why? Because it makes sense. And you're killing two birds with one stone. You're turning Roman heel and you're bringing in the authors of pain, who right now I have absolutely no faith in on WWE programming to sustain momentum. Look at the Revival. Look at that tag team division in general. If you ain't the New Day or the Usos, you are a sinking ship. The Authors of Pain could use it, and Roman could use it. Use the tools that you have in front of you and make use of them. Utilize them to the best of your ability. You have not seen the best of Roman Reigns yet. And this is the time to do it now. With Braun Strowman being as hot as he is now, this is the only thing that makes sense. Because if you book Roman continuously the way he is now to go up against Braun when the time is right, it is not going to feel special. We've seen it. It's been done. And Roman is going to be cast in the same way he is now against Lesnar, only with a different opponent in Braun Strowman. Believe me, this is the right situation. Now, WWE has plans for Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns going into WrestleMania 35. As far as everybody sees it, WWE has swerved their fans on 2 occasions, like I just mentioned, in the last 3 weeks regarding the Universal Championship. The majority of the WWE Universe believe that Brock Lesnar would drop the title to Reigns at WrestleMania 34, allowing Lesnar to return to the UFC, which fits perfectly with the company's plans to make Reigns the face of the brand. That didn't happen. Lesnar destroyed Reigns with multiple F5s, with a bloodied and battered Reigns receiving another opportunity just a week ago at the Greatest Royal Rumble. The duration of Lesnar's contract has not been revealed, and they were competing in front of what many thought would be a more receptive audience compared to the US. So with it being a steel cage match, which would protect Lesnar and him being pinned and his legacy, either way you want to look at it, it looked like the perfect time to have Reigns win and have his coronation amongst a more positive crowd, even though Reigns didn't receive an overwhelmingly welcoming crowd reception. It was still very negative. Controversy or not, Lesnar won the match and walked out with the Universal Championship around his waist. Now, Meltzer and Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Live have speculated that Reigns' second consecutive loss could mean moving forward with plans with Reigns not going after the Universal Championship, and they could be huge still. According to Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer and Alvarez have stated that this could mean Braun Strowman ends up being the man to beat Brock Lesnar. This falls in line with the report earlier in the week where it was revealed that there was backstage conflict on how certain officials wanted Strowman to be booked. Some wanted the plans with Reigns to continue, while others believe Strowman should be pushed as the face instead, as he's more over than Roman Reigns. Not only that, but the sources also suggested that Reigns' loss could now lead to a heel turn, with the possibility of him heading into WrestleMania 35 in New Jersey next year as a heel to battle Strowman for said championship. Based on how the fans are reacting, this would be the best way to go, and Reigns probably does need a solid heel run under his belt for the fans to embrace him in the long run. What have I just stated? What have I just stated? And this is not the first time I have stated this. Braun Strowman now, everybody's talking about Braun Strowman being the face. Timing. There's one thing LeBar has taught me. It's about, wrestling is about timing. You know when your time has come. Not everybody can be pushed at the same time. Strowman doesn't need the championship now. Strowman's worth and Strowman's value is not giving him the championship now because you want to get it off Lesnar. His value and worth to Raw is not becoming champion and then going nowhere with it. Strowman's value is building him up even more so to the right moment. And that right moment needs a villain. Your perfect villain for Braun Strowman going into WrestleMania is Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns, with the backing of the Authors of Pain, can present a wildly fun outcome going into WrestleMania season. And one that I think all of us would be very pleased with. And WrestleMania doesn't have to end on controversy or a fuck finish or a late change creative call. It could end with someone who we genuinely want to see succeed, sending the crowd home happy because the guy that is champion is a people's champion. I rest my case. If you don't like what I said here, I don't know where your mind is at. And if WWE doesn't listen to me, then I fear for what is to come with Roman Reigns. Because right now the man is heading down a treacherous path. One that signals the point of no return. If WWE wants to save Roman Reigns, a heel turn is beyond necessary right now. And I hope at some point this year, whatever I stated here comes true. This is episode 220, part number 2. A few more stories for you on this Saturday night. Stick with me. Let's hit the intro and hit off the script. Off this shitty fucking product by coming on here and speaking the fucking goddamn truth about this fucking filth.
I can book a better show taking a fucking dump after eating my fucking Chipotle chorizo with extra cheese.
I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. Have I ever? Of course not.
WWE is great, man. Fuck you, Japan, and Kenny Omega, Okada. Delete! What is it, man? Can I suck your dick? What is it, man?
Well, this is the #1 fucking podcast.
Right here on YouTube.com!
This is off the script. Man, would I love to be a creative writer for WWE. Just put me in NXT, man. I think I could really make an impact. Anyway, guys, this is episode 220, part number 2 of Off the Script for your Saturdays. What's today's date? Jesus Christ. It is May 5th, 2018. Thank you guys so very much for all your support, man. We got news. Very little news, but I got news today, and I'm going to try my best to stretch this out for a part 3, because I want a full weekend of Off the Script, and I'm sure you guys want a full weekend of Off the Script, and I'm going to give it to you the best that I can, man. If you guys missed part 1, where we go over Backtrash, I think that's the name of the pay-per-view, Backtrash? Yeah, I think so. Backlash. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, it's the first ever dual-branded pay-per-view, right? Backlash. Preview and predictions on the channel. Go and check it out, part 1. We go over the best we can about the worthless and irrelevant storylines that are taking place this Sunday. Everything outside of Nakamura and AJ Styles is vastly irrelevant. So go and check that out. We discussed the week in review of WWE as well. So click on the little eye that you're looking at in the top right corner of the screen. It'll bring you right to whatever you might have missed. Also, Thursday, I recorded a Fortnite gameplay. If you guys like Fortnite, you know, I have gameplay on the channel too. Fortnite's coming. I got God of War. Going to continue the God of War walkthrough. You know, the thing that I don't like with Fortnite, though, is everybody thinks they're fucking some MLG sweat, right? Like, who the fuck are you to tell me how to play? Really now? Oh, I don't believe the weapon choices that you had. You walked by so many shields. Why are you picking up the minigun? Blow me! I play the way I want. I don't need no fucking coach to tell me how to play Fortnite, man. Let me get better on my own. Can't be that fucking difficult. The only thing that I need to do is build better. Retards, man. Fucking everybody thinks they're a fucking MLG professional over here, telling me how to play the fucking game. You're lucky I'm even uploading it for you. Bullshit. Anyway, I'm in some mood today, man. Congratulations on the Braves sweeping the Mets. Meet the Mets, greet the Mets. How do you like being in second place? The New York Mets! Ha 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 ha! Fuck them! Them and the Yankees. Fuck them. Hate them both equally. There you go. It's good to have a good Braves team this year, man. You know, if I can fucking situate myself in this fucking chair correctly. Yeah, Braves swept the Mets. You know, I've been calling for the Braves' downfall by May. So we have until the end of this month to see if they can keep this up. But apparently, we're doing good things. Now, I'm looking back on them trading Craig Kimbrell, my beast, Kimbrell. Now he's on the Red Sox. What is it going to take for Kimbrell to come back to Atlanta? Because, you know, I have to see that fucking... I got to see him just do what he's got to do with the arm dangling and that fucking wicked 90-mile-an-hour slider. You know, we don't need that in the American League East. We need that in Atlanta again. So, hopefully the Braves can get their bullpen and their closer situation nailed down, and we might have a good team this year. I don't know. It is what it is. But we're here to talk about wrestling and not WWE. Actually, I wish I wasn't talking about WWE. See, when my fucking mind's at, we're here to talk about wrestling, but not WWE. No, we're here to talk about WWE, not MLB, baseball. Oh, my goodness. But we got some news stories. I actually have an interesting story that we're going to start the show off with in a little bit. WWE's first quarter of 2018. They made a whole bunch of money and touted WrestleMania 34 as being the most watched WrestleMania main event in history. So we'll go over all that and a few stories on Braun Strowman outside of what I have already talked about. A interesting story on Elias, the Drifter. We'll talk about that. And we will also discuss, what else do I got lined up? We have Finn Balor. Character change for Finn Balor may be coming. So we'll talk about that as well. But I want to thank everybody, as always, man, for your love and support. Thank you so much. We're heading towards 92,000 subscribers. Can't do it without you guys. So thank you for all the support, man. Word of mouth is the best way to go about it. Tell a friend if you guys are into WWE. Tell a friend, tell a coworker, classmate. Listen to this guy, JD. He knows what he's talking about. Let's get to 92 and then onwards to 100, man. I would love to reach 100 by SummerSlam. That is my goal. Even though it is a very lofty goal, I want to have 100 before SummerSlam. If we're dangerously close, I'll take it. But I would love to be at 100,000 before we do our meet and greets for SummerSlam in Brooklyn. Follow me on Twitter, man, at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button if you guys want to support the Patreon page and support the channel through the Patreon page, man. You guys can do that as well. Patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. Please do that on Patreon. Great way to support the show. Also, you guys know the deal, man. Let me pull up the graphic because I love the graphic. Barbershop Window. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. I am throwing it out there right now. I might be in negotiations with a new shop. I might be talking to the fine people over at Merch Labs who do a lot of promotion and online stores for some very notable names in MMA and entertainment. And they actually reached out to me, and I want to see if my ideas can come to life in another different store or through a different outlet. You know, Barbershop Window and Pro Wrestling Tees is cutting down on a lot of what you see on there. You really can't have fun anymore, man. And you really can't express yourself freely anymore. So I might be looking at a different shop. I will definitely keep you guys updated, but Barbershop Window is still the best place to get the shirts and support through that. Get them for the summer, man. I'd love to see everybody, meet everybody, greet everybody with some, you know, they do it for Roman t-shirts, some Jinder t-shirts, some Get Off My TV t-shirts, the Negan design. I have a concept for a new Negan design. I have a concept for a new Roman design. I have a concept for a new Titus design. So, we got some ideas brewing, man. I just got to put them in motion. So keep an eye out for that. Barbershop Window, though, is the store. Still up and running. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. I believe if you go to barbershopwindow.com, there's a coupon code waiting for you as soon as you log in. So as soon as you visit the site, I believe they give you about 10% off. So go check that out. Buy yourself a t-shirt and support Off the Script. Great way to support the show as well is through Harry's, man. Harry's.com/script for your free trial. Razor blade, razor handle, razor blade protective case, and their beautiful and elegant smelling foaming shave gel, man. It smells fantastic. I'm going to shave after this video is over because my face is getting a little itchy And that means I got to use my Harry's shave gel and their ever so smooth razor blade, man. So if you guys want to go get that, literally, no jokes. It is the best shave I've ever had. I found out about it through my parents and my brother. And I see it in Target all over the place. You guys have even tweeted me pictures of Harry's hanging in Target, man. Look, JD. Yeah, I know. But it is great, man. I would never stamp my name to something I do not believe in. And this is one of the products that I have believed in for the time that I've used it, man. It's been over 4 months now, and it's been absolutely great. You guys can try it out for free. Harry's wants you to try it out for free because they know that once you use it, you're not going to use those other guys anymore. So as soon as you find out how great it is, you're going to shop on their website. You're going to find all the great stuff that they got on there to make you feel great. And you're going to be using Harry's, man. Harry's is going to be your wingman for all your shaving needs. Harrys.com/script. Thank you to the fine folks over at Audible, audibletrial.com/offthescript. 30 days free to try their service out. It is absolutely free. Free, free. And you're going to get one audiobook of your choice. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Great way to support the show as always as well. audibletrial.com/offthescript. And if you guys want to cancel within the 30 days, you get to keep your audiobook for free, no matter what. So thank you to everybody that has supported through Harry's, Audible, Patreon, and make sure to follow me all over social media. Let's get into the news. Man. We're going to continue with the Braun Strowman news, being that we kind of talked about it in the beginning of the show and just outlined what WWE needs to do. It's not even should they do it. They need to do it. Whatever I talked about, they need to do it going into WrestleMania. But Braun Strowman going into this past WrestleMania 34, that just happened in New Orleans. Braun Strowman alone was set to take on The Bar for the Tag Team Championships of Monday Night Raw until Kurt Angle told him that he needed a partner. Braun Strowman ended up choosing Nicholas from the crowd, as you guys know, in one of the most cringe-inducing WrestleMania moments of all time. And he ended up relinquishing the titles. So he won the titles on his own, with no help at all, buried The Bar, and then gave the titles right back because Nicholas needed to continue his studies. So it was announced following Raw that at Backlash, Braun Strowman and the man known as the Charisma Vacuum, Bobby Lashley, will team up and face off against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a tag team match. Wow. I am so excited! We've seen this 2 other times before, man. Bobby Lashley loves wood. How many times? How am I supposed to be excited about this? It's like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are walking into fucking Mount Doom and they're about to drop the ring into the fucking volcano. What's gonna happen? It's over. It's all over. So, some might think that this is a tad bit underwhelming, considering how popular Strowman has become. But there is a deeper story that could potentially be told here. My original pitch was Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman. And if you guys have any recollection of what I stated, JD, how could Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe team up? Who would beat them? Nobody. They would beat themselves. There's 2 combustible elements there. They would beat themselves and they would ruin their own team, heading towards a feud together, one-on-one, to find out who's the number 1 contender for the Universal Championship. Wow. Mind blown. Now, according to sources, my idea was exactly what they were going for. Really now. But it wasn't Samoa Joe. Listen to this. Now, sources in New Orleans suggested that Lashley was indeed set to be Strowman's partner at WrestleMania 34. Of course, 10-year-old Nicholas would end up partnering with Strowman in a move that surprised everyone and becoming one of the worst WrestleMania moments of all time, by the way. I have to mention that twice, just in case you didn't hear me the first time. But it seems like WWE are now revisiting those plans. The original idea was for Lashley to have teamed with Strowman to win the championships from the bar, and eventually dissension would creep into the duo, costing them the titles down the line and splitting up. From there, they would split, go into a feud with each other, with Lashley likely turning heel, given Strowman's immense popularity. Now, with the announcement of the match for Backlash, it seems as if WWE is going ahead with this storyline, minus the tag team titles. Who's to say they won't win the tag team titles? I mentioned on yesterday's show that I think WWE will definitely keep Strowman and Lashley together and challenge Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, or whomever the champions are at that point when they're given a title shot. And I think WWE is going to go with that, which kind of makes my Roman push for, the Universal Championship and battling Strowman at WrestleMania, it kind of doesn't really look that way at the moment, but you could still do that. Lashley and Strowman can do whatever they got to do now, as long as you give Strowman the title shot at WrestleMania against the heel Roman. That's the end result. Now, a lot of you guys have stated that Lashley would be better off heel. And if this is the direction they're going, there's no other outcome but Bobby Lashley being heel. So we have to see what happens with that, because right now he ain't getting zero. He getting zero babyface reaction. Why? Because he's fucking trash. He's a worthless signing that does nothing to enhance Monday Night Raw. Don't at me. Don't say anything to me. I couldn't give a single fuck what any of you Bobby Lashley marks have to say. Blow me. With the announcement for their match at WrestleMania, it seems like WWE is going ahead with these plans. Now, while no official word has reached anybody on why Nicholas was the late addition to the tag team match, Vince does enjoy doing first evers in the WWE and creating WrestleMania moments. Well, to Vince McMahon's credit, it was not a WrestleMania moment, and I don't think anybody thought it was a WrestleMania moment, and it was completely god-awful. It was an embarrassment to the tag team titles, it was an embarrassment to Sheamus and Cesaro, and it was something that WWE put so much effort into building up, and then when Nicholas is chosen out of all the people in the fucking crowd, while he walked by NXT talent, he literally walked by, I believe, Mike Kanellis and No Way Jose. So you mean to tell me that you'd rather have Nicholas as your tag team partner over a professional wrestler? Yeah, really believable there, WWE. Really believable. Listen, I fully expect WWE to keep Strowman in this tag team with Lashley, and I think that is where they're going with this. My original pitch for Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman breaking away, and the only reason why I pitched Samoa Joe was because I wanted him to be on WrestleMania's card. Fuck a Bobby Lashley. Who cares? But it looks like my idea is now being brought forth with Bobby Lashley. Thanks, WWE. I'll be mailing you my address so that you can give me a cut of the revenue for the upcoming pay-per-views, being that you took my idea. Great job. I kid. That just goes to show you how, well endowed my mind is for the WWE product. Oh, JD, you're a narcissistic fuck, man. Sure. Speaking of champions, could Elias be headed towards a Universal Championship? I don't think so. Intercontinental Championship, maybe, but Universal Championship? Not yet, bruh. Not yet. Now, although Brock Lesnar is still Universal Champion after retaining his belt, yes, Vince, it's a belt against Roman Reigns at the greatest Royal Rumble, it's clear that WWE is going to look ahead at the plans for championship, or the championship picture moving forward. Now, despite the controversial finish during their steel cage match in Saudi Arabia, a lot of fans are rightfully expecting Reigns to receive yet another championship opportunity. trying to take the title from Brock Lesnar ahead of a potential departure to UFC. Now, while that might still be a genuine possibility because of the mystery surrounding his new WWE deal, which nobody knows, and Vince kept it secret because of this very reason, he wants the outcomes to be as unpredictable as possible. With the company still not making the duration of the contract public, fans are already speculating on what the future could hold for the championship and who could get involved once Lesnar exits the WWE, and his exit clears up the path for more superstars to enter the title picture. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, we've already talked about, two favorites who are expected to be at the top of the mountain in WWE on Raw. While fans have also been calling for the likes of Seth Rollins and Finn Balor to compete for the major championship on Monday Night Raw. Now, according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, he claims that WWE could end up including Elias as a top heel in the Universal Championship picture moving forward. Elias has already mixed it up with the likes of Cena, Strowman. The feeling was that he could have been in the position that he was given because of Samoa Joe being out with injury. And obviously, Elias exceeded everybody's expectations. Since then, though, Elias has remained an entertaining part of Raw, and based on his merchandise sales and how over he is with the fans, Meltzer claimed on the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Radio that Elias could be the next top heel that the WWE decides to go with. According to other sources, he said, yeah, they think he's a superstar. He might be the guy that they use to get that big heel spot that we were talking about regarding the Universal Championship. He's really over in ways, but when he does a serious match, it doesn't carry over that well often, actually. And I agree with Meltzer on that. I really do agree with Meltzer on that. Elias has literally everything going for him, but he's another Reigns. He needs a great opponent to dance with. He needs a great dancing partner. If you watch Cena and Elias, god-awful. God-awful. Couldn't do much against Braun Strowman because Braun Strowman in his own right is still very green. Elias needs a top-tier guy to work with. And this is why he worked great with Finn Balor. Elias worked very good with Finn Balor. That's because Finn Balor knows how to work. I think Elias in the Universal Championship picture this year is not going to happen, and it should not happen at all. I think the way to go about it is Elias being that heel to take the IC title off of Seth Rollins. That's what you should do. Elias is there. Jordan is hurt. I think Jason Jordan is a guy that you want to position for the IC title, but you're not going to bring him back and immediately throw him into the fire. He's got to work his way back up. I think Balor is done with. You need a heel. And Elias is that guy. He beats Rollins. They have a series of matches. He ends up getting the best of Seth Rollins. And then you can move Rollins into the Universal Championship picture when Roman beats Lesnar like I described in the beginning of the podcast. Have Roman run through Rollins. Have Roman run through Ambrose. Do a Shield triple threat. Get some great matches out of it. Strowman, Rollins, and Ambrose versus the Authors of Pain and Roman Reigns. I mean, it makes sense. It's fun. It's new. It's fresh. And it makes sense. The kicker is it makes sense. Rollins, after dropping the IC title and bringing some prestige and spotlight back to that title, obviously, if you're the IC champion, you're going to be catapulted into the main event, world title scene. Elias, as a heel for the Intercontinental Championship, I think that'd be great. Have him feud with Chad Gable. Have Gable be the guy to take the IC title off Elias. And then have Gable feud with Jordan. Why not? Why not? But Elias as a Universal Champion? Not right now. I don't think 2018 is his year. But I do think Elias needs a good dancing partner. I think Elias right now has literally everything working for him. He's got that old school feel to him. He's got the crowd in the palm of his hand. And he's got legit heel heat when he wants to get that heel heat. But when he also wants to play the fiddle and have the fucking crowd in the palm of his hand, he knows how to work them too. You know? He is walking with Elias, and everybody's walking with Elias But when he wants to fucking bring it down, I'm in this scumbag city known as New York City. That's all you got to do. Simple. But I do think he needs someone to work with, and I do believe in Meltzer and what he stated that, he may be a superstar. He has the makings of a superstar, but he needs someone to dance with. While his position in the Universal title picture remains to be seen, it does seem to coincide with a report from Wrestling Observer the last couple of weeks following the Superstar shakeup, where they revealed who the WWE considers to be their main event faces and heels on both Raw and SmackDown Live. Alongside the likes of Lesnar, Owens, Zayn, and Corbin, the Drifter was revealed to be someone the company considers a top heel. In contrast, both Jason Jordan and Jinder Mahal were listed as mid-card heels. While there have been rumors of Corbin getting a big push, the fans certainly love if the company would give Elias more of a push than they already have. Corbin's time will come. Corbin's time is not now. Elias and his time is now, at least for an Intercontinental Championship. He's got the makings of a perfect Intercontinental Champion. As a fan when someone's time is right. And we're nearing that time with Seth Rollins. His time is coming to be back in the main event scene and stay there, barring any injury. Elias, and a time will come for him to be Intercontinental Champion. Believe me. If you're watching wrestling as long as I have, you just know, you get that feeling that this guy should be here and this guy should be having a certain title. You just know. Elias is in that role and in that position right now, as is Rollins. WWE just needs to put the pieces where they need to be, and things will make sense. Do I have faith in them? Absolutely none. WWE released their first quarter 2018 highlights, man. Listen to this. We can bash and shit on the product, which I plan to do when they deserve it, but they are making money. And our hatred for Roman Reigns has no effect on WWE making money. Roman Reigns is just a simple cog in the wheel. He ain't anything special. He had nothing to do with this here. This is just WWE running a great business, which I've always known them to do. They've always run a great business. Now, they released their first quarter 2018 highlights, and revenues reached $187.7 million, which was on par with quarter one of 2017, increasing 5% on a comparable year-over basis, excluding the impact of ASC topic 606, whatever the fuck that means, in quarter one 2018. Operating income was $21.8 million, $29 million on a comparable basis, as compared to $4 million the prior year quarter. They had numbers of 40% increase to $35.2 million over on a comparable basis to $42.4 million. I don't know what any of these numbers mean. I'm just reading your stats. Increasing 68%. It was this was the adjusted OIBDA2 revenue. I don't know what the fuck that means. Increased 40%. $35.2 million, increasing 68% to $42.4 million on a comparable basis. WWE Network average paid subscribers increased 5% to 1.56 million paid subscribers, consistent with the company's guidance. Digital video views increased 56% to 6.7 billion hours watched. 69% increase to 243 million actual. Oh my God, 243 million across digital and social media platforms. Selected WrestleMania highlights. WrestleMania broke record sales for the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, highest grossing entertainment event at 14.1 million, attracting 78,133 fans. WrestleMania hit a record 2.12 million global households on the WWE Network alone, making it the most watched WrestleMania in history. WWE Network subscribers but how many of them were free network subscriptions? They don't tell that, though. They were giving this thing away like fucking candy. WWE Network subscribers viewed 25.2 million hours during WrestleMania week, or 14 hours per subscriber during that week. This compares to 7.5 hours of that was fucking WrestleMania. This compares to 22.5 million hours last year, a 12% year-over-year increase during WrestleMania week. 13.9 million hours were consumed on digital and social media platforms, up 27% from the prior year. April 9 was WWE's most viewed day ever on YouTube with more than 50 million views. WWE has got the social media thing down. They seem to be doing well for the first quarter. Everything seems to be up. Vince is making his money, and that's all they fucking care about, man. I figure I'd just throw that in there with the news, given how everybody seems to think they know how to book WWE the right way, including me, but they're making their money, no matter what we see on television. But I will say this. Whatever you see here still doesn't equate to good television. They refuse to put on good television. They can put on whatever the fuck they want if they're making this type of money. We're not going to get to good television if we continue seeing shit like that. Maybe if we see some decreases, then maybe we'll get some good television. Is it wrong for me to see or want decreases so we get good television? I don't think so. I think we deserve it. Moving on here, man. I only have literally... I don't think I have any more stories. I want to read this Finn Balor story, but I have nothing. I have nothing for tomorrow. If I do the Finn Balor story, then I literally have no news for tomorrow. If I do the Finn Balor story, I have WWE ignoring Batista and WWE signing a major indie talent. That's all I have. So I think I'm going to stop here. I'm going to cut it here, even though I don't want to. I could go for another hour if I wanted to, but I have no news. Oh, JD, why is off the script so short, man? Well, don't blame me. Blame WWE for their greatest Royal Rumble hype. That's all they did. And they left us with no news. Now we got backtrash. The fuck do you want from me? You're lucky I'm even here. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. That's all I got. So tomorrow we got WWE signs major indie talent. WWE ignoring Batista's return. Why? I don't know why. I'd rather see Batista back than fucking Bobby Lashley. And Finn Balor. Could we see a more aggressive Finn Balor? And hopefully something else will break. I don't know. Hopefully something else will break as far as WWE news goes on Sunday. We'll be back here for Backlash Sunday. And the big story for Sunday's video is WWE's plans for the WWE title after Backlash. That's a little cliffhanger for you guys. So we got 4 big stories tomorrow for Sunday, man. Look forward to that. And then we got Backlash review on Sunday night. I'm JD. I'm getting out of here. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Harrys.com/script. And audibletrial.com/offthescript. I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your beautiful Saturdays. I may be in the city for a fucking cold beer. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys so very much, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for part 3 of episode 220. I'll talk to you later.